brothers and sisters, your sons and your daughters, and those of you who are sitting in front of me today from the youth, by 18 you should be married. If you're not married by 18, you're too old. 19, you're getting old. 20, you're getting old. Aim, my brothers and sisters, to be married. So it is legally allowed for you to be married at the age of 18. So at 17 or 16 in Britain, you should be telling your mum and dad, find us a husband. Not because I have any, those kind of, things that some parents think, oh, what's going on in her head? Nothing's going on in my head except the sunnah. I want to be married and I want to have children. So our daughters and our sons should be married at an early age. Start building the family. Build the Islamic home nice and early. So if you're 20 and 21 and 22 and still unmarried, then work to get married. Ask the people around you, even our young sisters. Speak to your parents. Help me to get married. If you know of a sister who is looking to get married and you know of a brother who wants to marry, speak to the father. Say, Ya akhi, it's not for me, but I know there's a brother in the community who's looking to get married, and I know that your daughter is of age of marriage. Why don't you marry her to him? Find out about them. Seek the references. So marry. And be selective in your marriage. Be cautious. Don't marry the first thing that turns up. Or the first thing, I don't mean to demean anyone, but the first person that turns up, no. Not to say that the first person may not be the right person, it may be the right person, but just because they've turned up, just on the grounds that they've turned up, don't marry them. Ask, you still have to investigate. And that is the job of the guardian, of the sister. If the father is irresponsible, then find an uncle, or a grandfather, or your own brother. Go and do some research about this man. What research do you do? Ask him, where do you sit? Who do you walk with? Who do you enter upon? Who do you sit with? Who do you take knowledge from? Ask those important questions, not you, sister, your guardian, or your mahram, or the one who is your wakil, the one who is representing you. Then he will say, I'll sit in the circles of Abu Idris. And I've been sitting in his circles at Masjid al-Salafi for the last 5 years. Khalas. Go and get a tazkiyah from Abu Idris for marriage. That he has seen you at the dars. So at least we know that you're at the dars. Even though he may not know your character. Then you want character references also. Character references. Who will vouch for you that you are of good character, good-natured, truthful, trustworthy, lowers his gaze. Who will vouch for you? What about your job? What do you do? Not that we're talking about sisters, that you're looking for wealth, that you want a very rich man. No, just enough so that he is able to suffice you, provide for you, look after you. These are important questions. Likewise on the other side, the man should ask you, which of the duruus do you attend? Who do you listen to? If she turns around and says, well, I listen to, Mufti Menko, Bilal Phillips, say you need to go to Salafi Sounds and listen to some duruus and come back to us in a year. Alright? Because we don't listen to Ahlul Bid'ah. Right? Or that you direct her to a dars or to the duruus in a Masjid al-Salafi so she can benefit. But you don't marry a woman that is going to cause that kind of upheaval in the marriage. Imagine we're both going to the dars this evening. So you walk out the door, she turns right, you turn left. She goes to Masjid al-Salafi, you go to Masjid Bid'ah. No, you have to be people who are upon the same understanding and have the same ambitions and goals and values in terms of character, what you want in your children, when you want to have children, and that you want to have numerous children, and you are going to attend conferences together, that you are going to attend duruus together. You ask her, if food is a big thing for you, don't neglect to ask that question, can you cook? She might ask you, can you cook? No problem, because you may have to cook if she's in labor or, looking after the children. And if the only thing you can do is pour milk on shredded wheat, that could be a problem for her. All right, so ask her, can you cook? Are you domesticated? How are you with children? So on both sides there are important questions that I haven't even asked, that are not in my mind right now, that you need to ask. So these are important things. Barakallahu feekum. Wa jazakumullahu khairan. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.
Allahu Akbar.